The story begins in June 2016, roughly 2 weeks after I graduated high school. My friends and I were hanging out every day of the week to enjoy our last summer together before college. After we spent multiple days in a row playing video games, we decided that we should go do something outside. I recommended that we should go to the U.S. National Whitewater Center in Charlotte. Some of my friends were a bit hesitant about the idea because they have never gone whitewater rafting before. After a couple hours of persuasion, I finally convinced them to go. The next day we set out for Charlotte to go whitewater rafting. By the time we got to the Whitewater Center, we were all very excited. We spent hours whitewater rafting, laughing, and joking with each other every time we would tip over. We were all exhausted after completing the course multiple times, so we decided that it was time to go home. Over the course of the next couple days, we would talk about how much fun we had whitewater rafting. It wasn't until a week or so later that news broke out that the Whitewater Center was temporarily shut down. It turned out that a woman had died due to an infection from an amoeba found in the rapids. After we did some research, we discovered that the amoeba was called Naegleria fowleri. Naegleria fowleri infected the woman when water entered her body through her nose. The amoeba that was contained in the water traveled up her nose and into her brain, where it started to destroy her brain tissue. My friends and I were absolutely stunned when we discovered the news. It was even more horrifying when we realized that the woman was at the Whitewater Center only a couple days prior to when we visited. After hearing this news, my friends reverted back to their unenthusiastic feelings on whitewater rafting. Infection from Naegleria fowleri is rare. Only 35 similar cases have been identified in the past decade. Thousands of people are at risk of developing the infection at the U.S. National Whitewater Center. It was extremely unlikely that a person would have contracted the infection, even though the risk was always present. This is an example of the many risks humans take every day, even if the odds are very low. Unfortunately, the woman turned out to be the unlucky one that contracted the infection.